These are ranks 40 to 31 of our truest metal heads of all time. Some call them underrated, others call them legends. We just call them true, because fame fades, but riffs don't. And if you disagree, good. That means you care. Rank 40. Geezer Butler, Black Sabbath, the man behind the words and the deepest tones of heavy metal. While Tony Iommi forged the riffs and Ozzy screamed out the demons, Geezer wrote the lyrics that gave Sabbath its dark soul. From War Pigs and Iron Man to the unforgettable Paranoid, his distorted bass shaped the sound of doom. His worldview gave metal depth and conscience. For over 50 years he's been spiritual, quiet, yet relentlessly heavy. The philosopher of heavy metal, soft-spoken in life, thunderous in legacy. Rank 39. King Diamond, Merciful Fate, solo, the falsetto phantom of heavy metal. With his corpse paint face and bone microphone stand, he turned horror into theater and made every song a dark ritual. From Melissa to Abigail, his concept albums built entire worlds of terror and tragedy, unmatched in vision and voice. No one sounds like him. No one dares to try. King Diamond isn't just a singer. He's the high priest of the macabre. Rank 38. George Corpse Grinder, Fisher, Cannibal Corpse, the man with the neck of steel and the heart to match. His legendary windmill headbanging became an extreme metal trademark, but behind the brutal voice is one of the kindest souls in the scene. He replaced Chris Barnes and made Cannibal Corpse even more unstoppable. Pure power, precision, and passion. A gamer, a family man, and proof that you can be terrifying on stage and genuinely good-hearted off it. Rank 37. Rob Flynn, Machine Head, the eternal rebel of modern metal. From the streets of Oakland to the stages of the world, he built Machine Head out of pure defiance. Burn My Eyes was a relentless battle cry, raw, honest, and uncompromising. While others followed trends, Flynn fought the system, bled for his band, and continuously evolved love him or hate him. His conviction is undeniable. Rob Flynn never sold out and never backed down. Rank 36. Quorthon, Bathory, the lone wolf who forged darkness into music. With Bathory, he created not just a band, but two entire genres, the raw fury of black metal and the epic pride of Viking metal. Working alone in Stockholm's shadows, he recorded riffs that sounded like ancient storms and sang of gods long forgotten. He never sought fame, only authenticity, and became immortal because of it. Gone far too soon. Rest in peace, Quorthon. Rank 35. Max Cavalera, Sepultura, Soulfly, the tribal heartbeat of heavy metal. With Sepultura, he brought Brazil to the world stage, fusing thrash aggression with the pulse of his homeland. Roots was more than an album. It was a revolution. Primal, political, and spiritual. After leaving Sepultura, he rose again with Soulfly and Cavalera Conspiracy, proving that true metal never dies. It just changes its skin. Raw, passionate, and fiercely loyal to his roots. Max Cavalera bleeds rhythm and rebellion. Rank 34. Hansi Kürsch, Blind Guardian, the bard of power metal. With Blind Guardian, he turned fantasy into symphony, weaving stories of Tolkien, myths, and men into walls of sound. Nightfall in Middle-earth wasn't just an album. It was a cinematic experience, decades before the term existed. His voice carried dragons, heroes, and heartbreak with equal grace, and his lyrics proved that imagination can be as heavy as steel. In a world of noise, Hansi sings stories that will outlast time. Rank 33. Cliff Burton, Metallica, the quiet genius who gave Metallica its soul. With his distorted bass and classical influences, he expanded what heavy music could be. Tracks like Anesthesia, Pulling Teeth proved that the bass could sing, scream, and tell stories. He was the musical conscience of early Metallica, the balance between chaos and class. Taken too soon in 1986, but his spirit still echoes in every note of Orion. Rest in peace, Cliff. The fallen star oft the Four Horsemen. Rank 32. Ritchie Blackmore. Deep Purple. Rainbow. The man who turned classical precision into electric fire. With Deep Purple, he carved the riff that launched 1,000 bands, Smoke on the Water. And with Rainbow, he gave metal its mystical edge. A perfectionist, unpredictable and brilliant, he bridged the gap between hard rock, neoclassical shred, and pure emotion. Even when he traded his Stratocaster for a lute, his influence echoed through every guitarist that followed. Ritchie Blackmore didn't just play guitar, he defined what a riff could mean. Rank 31. Mille Petrozza, creator, the relentless voice of German thrash metal. Since 1982, he's led Creator with fury, vision, and zero compromise from pleasure to kill to hate. Über alles, his riffs have carried generations through anger, rebellion, and reflection. While others chased trends, Mille sharpened his message. Anti-war, anti-hate, pro-human. For decades later, he's still on stage, screaming truth into the noise. Germany's thrash conscience, and one of metal's most consistent warriors. That was ranks 40 to 31 of the Truest Metal Heads. Think someone deserves a higher spot? Good. Tell us in the comments. Until then, stay true, stay loud, stay heavy. That was ranks 50 to 41 of the truest of heavy metal. Watch here for the next 10 legends of true metal, coming soon. Until then, stay heavy, stay true.